on what all Ganesha has said and the sacred secrets that Swamiji has revealed from those scriptures. So, like this, Ask Nityananda is not just an AI. If you want any other AI, you can go to ChatGPT, you can go to Grok, you can go to Claude. There are millions of GPTs out there. The speciality with Ask Nityananda is intertwined with the literal biomemory of spirituality of Hinduism. It is not just AI, but it's the world's first spiritual AI. It does not give you answers just from logic, but it gives you answers from the consciousness level. For example, if you ask Nityananda that I have a cold, what do I do? A normal GPT would say you can go to the nearby pharmacy, consult your doctor, and you can get medicines. But Ask Nityananda will actually go into the depth of why your body is reacting the way it is. As Swamiji has said, that any time we have any discomfort in the body, it is because of an underlying incompletion that we're having within us. And Ask Nityananda not just solves the surface level problems, but it solves your innermost incompletions. The thing that is really bothering your inner space to manifest in form of a cold or in form of a back pain or just in form of anxiety throughout the day. So like this, Ask Nityananda is not just an AI, but it is an AI infused with the spiritual power of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, of everything that Hinduism has to offer.
So today we'd like to once again share with all of you a few more features of Ask Nityananda. Like first is the new Ask Nityananda model, the Ask Nityananda version 3.0, which has been trained once again on the teachings of the Supreme Fount of Hinduism, fine-tuned even more with all of the various teachings of the Supreme Fount of Hinduism on the various different subjects of Hinduism and all of the various precise question and answers that the Supreme Fount of Hinduism has given, making it 10 times faster than the previous experience that many of us would have had. And apart from that, it has all the various Shastra Pramanas, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, which are the various different kind of scriptures, like the Shastra Pramanas, which are the source scriptures, which are the Vedas and Agamas that have been trained, and then the Apta Pramanas, which are the various experiences, the teachings of the masters that have been put into Ask Nityananda, and then the teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, his own experiences that have been mapped with the Vedas and Agamas, the teachings of the various previous sages and masters, and his teachings, making it a foolproof system of knowledge transmission. And Ask Nityananda is able to answer with all of these details. Like first we have the Yogapada model, which is also being upgraded recently, where in the Yogapada model, not just getting the various detailed steps of how to perform an asana. So you are, for example, a person who has a high blood pressure and you are not able to perform yoga in a very comfortable way. You are not able to have a customized yoga routine that is for you. You can go over to Ask Nityananda's Yogapada model and ask it saying, I have these kind of symptoms. These are my various body issues that I'm having. These are my various medical conditions. What should I do? Ask Nityananda will, out of the 1008 asanas from the Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya and Chaturtha and all of the various yoga scriptures, will be able to curate a detailed list of how you should practice yoga, the various different steps, how you should start with, and how as you progress you can intensify the yoga practice if you're feeling any discomfort, how to handle that, and the various different ways that you can push yourself more, where you can the various tips, like when you're performing an asana, what is the various different tips that you can start using to enhance the experience that you would get in that asana, the benefit of each asana, how it affects your body, like how you in the various different parts of your body that you get stretched, the various different part that gets strengthened. So like this, the 12 components of the Nityananda Yoga has been integrated into Ask Nityananda, where it would give you a list by step, a detailed step by step procedure for each asana. How do you perform the posture? How do you perform the pranayama, which is the breathing technique? How do you perform the mudra, which is the body postures, the gestures that you'll perform, the bandhas, the bodily locks. So like this, the 12 different components that are there of the Nityananda Yoga will be detailedly described to you and given as a complete flow of how to do with images. So that is a beautiful new upgrade that the Yogapada model has given.
And in the Yogapada model of Ask Nityananda, if you have any difficulty in doing the asana, for example, you're not able to do the Padmasana, and in that moment, you can ask Nityananda that how much ever I try, I'm not able to do the Padmasana. What do I do? How do I actually perform the Padmasana? How do I become flexible? So, Ask Nityananda is not just, let's say, a yoga book. It is more of a lifestyle coach for you, where Ask Nityananda will teach you what are the lifestyle remedies that you need to do the yoga more perfectly. What is the diet that you should have to become more flexible? What is the meditation that you should do to align your inner space to remove the impossibility of doing Padmasana? So, like this, in every aspect, as Nityananda helps you to align yourself, and it is a complete manual, just like how Swamiji would teach you. Just imagine if Swamiji was there next to you, teaching you about the how to do yoga or how to do Padmasana. In the same way, by the knowledge of Hinduism and the direct experience of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, as Nityananda is there to train you on the authentic way of how to perform the various asanas of Nityananda Yoga.
And also another feature that I would like to share of the Nityananda Yoga, of the Yogapada model, is the 108 Nitya Kriyas. So there are 108 Nitya Kriyas which the Supreme Point of Hinduism has revealed to the humanity. So what are Nitya Kriyas? Nitya Kriyas are yogic techniques that you can start doing in a 21-day period that will either cure or be a preventive care for any of the diseases. So you can find out, like for example, there are the kriyas for various diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and also very smaller issues like body pain and studies improving in your memory power. Then there is also the improvement in sports if you're an athlete. So like this, there are various different kriyas for different diseases which the Supreme Point of Hinduism has taken from the Vedas and Agamas, revived it, and now fed into as Nityananda's Yogapada model, where you can go today and ask, saying, I have this issue, give me a kriya that would help me, give me the yogic kriya that could help solve this issue, that could heal my body, and as Nityananda will be able to give you the kriya for that. So now moving on to the next model, which is the Ayurveda model. So the Ayurveda model is the science of Hindu holistic health that has been turned into an artificial intelligence model inside of As Nityananda and trained on the teachings of the Supreme Point of Hinduism as well. So we have taken the top 50 scriptures on Ayurveda like the Shishruta Samhita and many more, and converted that into and trained the artificial intelligence, trained the Ayurveda model on these 50 books, making it an adept in all of the various different health sciences. Apart from that, the top 300 questions, like basic questions like I have common cold, how do I get rid of it? Or I'm having a fever, I'm having body pain. So all of these kind of daily, day-to-day questions that most of us experience, as Nityananda today will be able to give you the answers through the Ayurveda model. And not just an answer, okay, take this kind of herb, take this medicine, not just like that. It would give you multiple steps, like how Tattva Maharaj was explaining. First, it would give you the completion techniques. How do you complete with your body? How do you bring the completion with that particular issue? So each body issue has a pattern that's related. So giving you a completion technique that you can follow to break out of that pattern. Then we have the various herbal remedies, like what kind of kashayam, what kind of mixture, where what kind of herbs if you mix together, and how to take it, that kind of detailed process. Then we have the yoga, which is the yoga and pranayama techniques. So if you think that you want to do something more physical to find a solution, Ayurveda model has the solution for that, giving you a detailed step-by-step procedure of what asanas, like if you're having back pain, what are the asanas that you can perform to bring complete relaxation to your back, to strengthen your back, and to remove the pain. Or if you have any sort of issue with your breathing, what kind of pranayamas can align your breath, can settle your breath. So like these kind of yogic techniques it would give. Then we also have the lifestyle changes that you can do. Like for example, if you're having a lot of cold, then how if you stop taking dairy products, maybe that would help you. So giving you solutions based on the symptoms that you give to the model, as Nityananda would be able to give you a complete detailed procedure and step-by-step guidance of not just one but multiple different techniques to find healing and relief from whatever issues you may be facing.
The next, we wanted to take everyone, and as we are speaking, I wanted to request all of the viewers watching us live, if you want to even explore these GPTs while we are speaking, you can go to Ask Nityananda and you can click on the explore icon, and in the explore icon you can choose the Nityananda Yoga GPT, or you can choose the Ayurveda GPT, and it'll tell you the answers even now about how to use, how to make the best use of Ask Nityananda. So going ahead to the astrology, the Sauram AI. In the Sauram AI model, astrology is one of the most scientific way of how you can use your planetary positions, how you can use the planetary positions which are there to learn how each planet influences your life. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has spoke extensively about astrology, and also the astrology is one of the wings of the Sanatan Hindu Dharma itself, where our rishis thousands of years ago have decoded the signs of how planets affect us in, or how planets influence us in a day-to-day life. Astrology AI helps you understand your astrology, helps you understand how you can navigate the various influences of the planets of your life. And as the Supreme Point of Hinduism beautifully says, there is no positive or negative effects ever from the planets. It's only something that the planets are trying to tell you, a way that planets are trying to align you to your own enlightenment, to the moksha. And that is what the Guru does, of how the Guru protects us from us making bad decisions because of the various happenings in our life, and helps us understand what is happening because of the influence of the planets on our life. And that is exactly what the astrology AI in Ask Nityananda does.
So currently, if you see the various features that the astrology model has, first you can use astrology AI to figure your Rashi and Nakshatra. Your Rashi and Nakshatra is the most fundamental component of your astrology. It is only based on your Rashi and Nakshatra that you can generate your birth chart, you can generate predictions, and it is not predictions, let me be very clear, as the word prediction is a very rough translation of the process and the calculations that are done to come to your conclusions of what are the various aspects and parts that happen in your life. But as there are not very good words to explain that, the prediction is a very rough word that we can use, a rough translation that we can use, because each and every aspect of the astrology is a complete calculation and is based on science, because only based on the angles, the based on the positions of the planets, it is calculated and the conclusions have come. So the predictions of as Nityananda's astrology model are completely based off the Parashara Horashastra and the various different astrology streams that are there. So you can use the astrology AI to first figure out the Rashi and Nakshatra of your life. So based on that, you would be able to ask further questions and understand, like generating your birth chart and many more. So you can also get the daily predictions based on your Rashi and Nakshatra. So because of the various planetary positions of these stars and constellations that affect us, the various different events and our mindset that happens because of those effects on us is what the basic prediction is generated. And also you can get the advanced panchang calculation. So many of us do the nitya puja every day, and this is the most easy feature where you don't even need to go to any particular website. You can just go to Ask Nityananda and say, give me today's panchang for your location. Ask Nityananda will generate detailed panchang of what the star, the nakshatra, the varsha, the rashi, the nakshatra, the tithi, the masa, all of these along with the Rahu Kalam, Yamagandam, which are the times where you don't want to perform the auspicious activities. So like that, the detailed astrological panchang, the Hindu almanac, will be generated by Ask Nityananda just with one prompt. Next is the astrological insights, where you can understand your characteristics and why it is very important. This feature is very important is for your life and the situations that you enter, you always attribute it outward. But when you start understanding your personality, who you are really, you will be able to use the completion techniques, the techniques given by the Supreme Point of Hinduism, to align yourself complete with those patterns and make sure that your personality is not, the situations that happen around you is not affecting you, and you're always powerful. So understanding your personality, understanding who you really are, is one of the most important parts of astrology. It is not just understanding, okay, what is going to happen tomorrow, in a month, or in a year, but it's understanding who you really are, so that the decisions you take, you will be able to take the right decisions, because you know, if you take a particular decision, the way you will react to the situations that happen because of that decision, you will be able to understand and take the right decisions in your life. Next is the Mahadasha predictions. So Mahadashas are various events and occurrences in the astrology where the various different planets have the highest effect on your life. So when those particular planets have the highest effect on your life, the various different mindsets that you would be in, the various energies that are influencing you are different. So because of that, when you start taking those decisions based on the particular Mahadasha that is happening, you will be able to experience success in whatever you're taking. For example, if you take a particular planet, you will be able to understand, okay, if this planet effect is happening on me, then these are the various different activities I should do, these are the various activities I should not do. So this is what as Nityananda's Mahadasha prediction will be able to give you a complete detail of what are the various things that you would be successful in during that time and what you should wait for. Next is the daily prediction, which is a very simple and easy tool that you can just ask, again, just in one prompt, asking Ask Nityananda, what would tomorrow be like? So again, using this, you would be able to understand, take the right decisions in your life, and make sure that you're always experiencing only the bliss, only experiencing the happiness, and only success. And finally, we have also the birth chart. So the birth chart is one of the most beautiful aspects of Ask Nityananda's astrology